There you go. Bye. Welcome back to I'm Out Traveling. My name is Raul, and in this video we take you to Ginnie Springs near Central Florida. Because traveling is pretty much non-existent, we decided to check out what our very own backyard has to offer. When people think Florida, they think Miami, Disney, or the Keys, but no. Florida has much more to offer than that, including natural springs. So we decided to make this video and let you guys know what you need to know before heading over to Ginnie Springs. But before we do that, do me a favor, work that YouTube magic, hit like and subscribe. Time to get on the road. We're gonna go to the springs today, this weekend. Ginnie Springs, Rock Springs, which is Kelly Springs, and Ginnie Springs. And that's my co-pilot for the day, for the weekend. Truck is full, ready to go. Very quickly, let's go over some of the rules and tips upon entering Ginnie Springs, such as no pets allowed. Absolutely no pets allowed. So don't bring Frodo, because Frodo's gonna be waiting outside the park, and that's kind of messed up. Secondly, yes, it is kid friendly. However, big emphasis on however, do not bring kids if you're going on a major holiday weekend because it will get rowdy and loud. Do yourself a favor, trust me, all right? Now, when you're getting to a park, I went on a Monday, on a non-holiday Monday, and as you can see, the line was crazy. I got there around 9:30, 10 o'clock. So what I recommend is get there early, 9:30, and if you're going on a holiday weekend, get there earlier than earlier, trust me, because it will get packed. So we just picked up our parking passes for the campsite, and we're doing the primitive camping today, which is pretty much first come, first serve. You park wherever. Thank you. Bye. And I'll put it on the display so you guys can see what we're looking at, but we want to go right now here to Dogwood Springs. That's where we want to find a campsite. There are 5 main spring heads at Ginnie Springs, starting out with Deer Spring, Twin Spring, Dogwood Springs, which is where we camped at, Ginnie Springs, and Devil Springs. Dogwood pretty much put you right in the middle. The facilities for the bathrooms and the showers were pretty good. They were respectable, nothing to brag about, but they were pretty good. And the walk from Dogwood Springs to Ginnie Springs was about a 7-minute walk, so not bad at all. Something to keep in mind that when you're done drifting down the river, you have to carry your tubes and your belongings back with you. So when you get in the river, pack lightly. Secondly, if you need to inflate your tubes, right at the start of the park, you make a right at the clubhouse, there's gonna be a free air station, so hook yourself up. Lastly, yes, booze is allowed at the park. However, they won't sell any at the park, so come prepared. Now, let's get on with the rest of the video. So we went with the primitive parking. Pretty much means you don't make reservations, but you do have to pay to get in. We paid $43, so I guess it's like $21 per person. And we pretty much, you pick any site at the springs, any site you want. And there's a map that I already showed you guys. And pretty much it's first come, first serve for primitive parking. And then if you want to make reservations, the reason why we didn't make reservations for this one was because you had to make them for 2 days in a row. And we only wanted to stay here one night. So we ended up just coming here and praying for the best. And luckily enough, there was still some parking spots available. But come early because this place gets packed quick. So now I'm going to let you guys go and I'm going to make the tent right here. This is our first time camping, so I have a question for you experienced campers. Is there a better way to do this, or is this how it's normally done? What do we have here today?
Turkey and cheese.
Turkey and cheese, Hawaiian rolls. This is what you do at Ginnie Springs. Bring some food, and later on we're gonna cook some sausages and steaks again. Can't wait for that. All right, so we got all the inner tubes inflated. Now we're walking to the springs. We're walking to the head of Dogwood Spring, I think it's called. What's it called?
Dogwood Spring.
Dogwood Springs. That's where we're going now. Here we are, just got here. This is the head of Dogwood. Look how clear this is. That's my boring one, and that's her avocado. Boring, fun. It's all good. You ready for this?
Do it.
All right. There you go. Bye. My turn. Oh, this water is cold. Oh my God. 72? Boy, this is what I'm talking about. Nice and cold, but that's it. That's it. You're already adjusting. Once you get in far enough, you start adjusting. So it's not bad. All right, so I had to go get a tube because my tube was a pretty cheap one. It was $7 at Walmart and it didn't last. So we stopped in the middle and I got off and pretty much rented one of these. Single is about $6.83 and a double is $12. So I would recommend just getting one of these, to be honest with you. For $6, can't beat it. So I just got the tube. Now I'm heading back to the springs to meet up with Lorena and continue the journey. One of the things about the tubes, like I mentioned earlier, was a single rider is about $6.83 and then a double is about $12. Obviously these things depend on the summer and the weekends and all that, so don't quote me on that, but that's pretty much an average price on that. The other thing to note is that these tubes you have to return by 5 p.m. So whenever you rent one, you know, keep that in mind, because if you're gonna rent it at 3 or 4 o'clock to go down the springs, which takes about an hour and a half, you're not gonna make it in time. Right now it's 1:05, so we'll have more than enough time to return it, but just keep that in mind. 5 p.m. is the time when you need to return the tube.
Okay, there's the exit. What do you want to do?
You hungry?
Yeah.
Go back to the cabin and eat. And there you go. It's on, just like that. The reason why I like to cook the sausage first is because it releases, you know, the grease, the oil from the sausage itself. So no need to have oil or butter here at all. So doing little cuts, just so it could cook quicker. Now we're gonna put some of the steaks, some peppers and onions. And of course, you gotta add a little bit of sazon completa, Cuban seasoning to the steaks. It's the best part right there. How good this looks. All right, time to eat. It's already in. Time to go in. Oh boy. And that's a wrap from Ginnie Springs. On the next video, we're gonna take you over to Ginnie Springs and show you the difference between Ginnie Springs and Ginnie Springs. You don't wanna miss that video. Do me a favor though, smash that penguin, hit like, and ring that bell to stay up to date with all our videos. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.